back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations. In today's video, we're going to be diving back into some Cookie Run Kingdom, and I'm going to be bringing you guys the brand new PvP tier list for the month of November. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, so starting us off here, we've got SS down to D tier. Now, keep in mind, these tier lists are going to be purely subjective. That means you're not going to agree with everything on this list, and that's okay. Instead, I invite you guys to drop a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on what you feel like should be changed and why you feel it should be changed. With that being said, though, we also have a special tier, and that's going to be a support tier. Now, this tier here is going to be specifically designed for cookies that work very, very well in a specific composition, but outside of that composition, they don't really offer a whole lot of value. So unless if you are building that comp, it's just strictly not worth building, in my opinion. So starting us off here on SS, we've got a handful of cookies. That's going to include some new ones. We've got obviously Holly Berry here at the very front line. This is going to be literally the best tank to run in the arena currently right now, alongside Holly and Strawberry Crepe. I mean, they're both literally like the top dogs for who you should be running on your overall team when it comes to defense, or at least soaking up damage. The next one up we've got obviously is going to be Sea Fairy. Sea Fairy, once again, probably arguably the best cookie to use in the overall arena. I mean, the AoE stun that they provide to stun the entire enemy team is absolutely broken. The AoE damage that can also be done utilizing her as well is absolutely broken. And then not only that, that leads us into the next cookie we've got, and with Sea Fairy paired right alongside the brand new Frost Queen. Absolutely broken composition, and honestly, this is probably the best team comp that is currently going around right now in the arena, and I think we're going to start to see this utilized more as the next couple of weeks and seasons come out, and people start to hone in and get themselves a copy of Frost Queen and really start using her. But nevertheless, these three absolutely deserve to be here on SS. We've got a couple of more here as well. Obviously, Strawberry Crepe. If you do not have a Holly Berry cookie, Strawberry Crepe is the next best to use. I'm telling you that right now when it comes to overall arena. Don't even bother with Dark Choco or, DC, whatever you want to call them. If you happen to have a Strawberry Crepe or a Holly Berry, these two should be your go-to for your frontline units. Next up we've got, and that's going to be the brand new Pumpkin Pie cookie from Halloween. Absolutely shredding it and killing it in the overall arena right now. I mean, prior to Frost Queen coming out, and then, Cotton coming out and trying to, change up the meta, if you will, Pumpkin Pie was absolutely taking over that #1 spot, and I still think we're going to see Pumpkin Pies to come in the overall arena for the next couple of seasons. I don't think that she's going anywhere. That Pon is just way too strong to just, let it go on wayside. Next one up we've got here, and that's obviously going to be Parfait. Once again, a very, very good cookie here, and with this brand new update for Frost Queen and Cotton coming out, Parfait's pretty much taken the top spot here because, you can only utilize 3 legendaries and epics on a team. And with that being said, you obviously got to shift some people around. If you want to try to run Holly Berry, Sea Fairy, and then also Frost Queen, you can't use pure vanilla. So you definitely are going to need to pick up on another healer. And what better person to take that spot with, than being, Parfait, or obviously the brand new cookie, and that's going to be the brand new Cotton cookie. Again, both Cotton and Parfait, very, very good options here to take on that slot. I definitely think that Cotton is the better choice to go for the healing, not only because, they do provide the heal, but they also provide a lot of AoE damage. They provide an AoE stun as well to the enemies. I mean, just literally overall provides a lot of value. Not only that, Pumpkin Pie and Cotton together very, very well work awesomely because, Pumpkin is going to be utilizing Pompon, aka a summoned minion, and Cotton also provides a 75% attack buff to summon minions. So absolutely really, really good partnership here. I definitely think that Frost Queen and the brand new Cotton cookie are going to be SS tier for quite some time. I don't think they're going away anytime soon unless they drop another new cookie on us or something this coming week. That potentially could inevitably shake things up. But if it does, you know where to find it. You're going to be here on the channel. We'll be doing another tier list when that stuff happens. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and dive in here to our S tier. Now, guess what, guys? It is a sad, sad day in the Vanilla Kingdom, man. Pure Vanilla has officially dropped down to S tier for me when it comes to the overall arena. Sure, if you have nothing else built, use Pure Vanilla. If you've already got a Pure Vanilla maxed out and you have a fresh copy of Cotton, then obviously you should use Pure Vanilla. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, when it starts to be, the meta starts building up and starts to really shift over to these new cookies in the next coming, season, or at least the rest of this season, it's going to be hard to use Pure Vanilla. I'm going to tell you that, guys, right now. It's going to be because the healing that is going to be provided is only for your cookies and not summoned minions. Utilizing somebody like Pompon, Licorice, or even Cotton is going to be very, very hard with Pure Vanilla, and that's going to be where like I said, we're going to start to see that meta shift, and unfortunately, Pure Vanilla, he does get put on the wayside. He's going to be dropped down here to S tier for me. You guys let me know down below in the comments what your thoughts are on that. Do you think that PVC still deserves to be on SS, or do you think that I done the right thing and put him on S? Next one up we've got here, obviously, is going to be some damage dealers. Again, nothing too crazy has really changed here. We're going to just put everybody out here on this list that deserves to be on S tier, in my opinion, for some reason. Now, obviously, Sorbet, Black Raisin, best overall DPS units, in my opinion, that you can incorporate on your team. Their ambush by default, so their attack percent is going to be already higher than other classes in the game. Not only that, you can pretty much synergize and use them across the board. We're starting to see more Black Raisins really, really shine in the arena once again, alongside Almond, just because of the changes and the things that Cotton has brought to the table, and Frost Queen has also brought to the table. So again, both really, really good units. Pastry, obviously the speed meta comp is still a thing. Same thing with Madeline here. Both of these are key units for speed meta comps. It's still a thing. Speed meta is very, very hard to, go up against and actually beat, and it's really hard for them to, also build a successful team. So again, very, very important composition that's going to be hanging around here for the arena. That's why these two are here. Rye is finally back, dude. She's finally back here to the overall arena. Again, right alongside Almond, right alongside Frost Queen, Cotton, literally making their way back up the ladder, which you'll love to see it. You'll love to see some of these changes. Very, very cool. Obviously, Twizzly and Mala comps still really, really deadly. They're going to do a ton of critical damage right off the bat. Hopefully destroy your entire team, or at least most of your team, via that first round. Again, a very, very good composition that is still running. That's why they hold a spot here on the S tier for me. Moving right along here to our special tier. Now, again, you probably already guessed it. Nothing's really changed here, but for our special tier, it's just going to house the cookies that you need for specific compositions, but outside of those compositions, they're not going to really be, worth a whole lot. So one of those being Almond. Almond is great for certain compositions and cheese comps and stuff. And like I said, we're starting to see Rye mons and starting to see BR mons come back. But, again, outside of that, not really a whole lot of value, but I couldn't really drop them any lower than S or, A rank. So I just created a new one called Support, and we're just going to leave it at that. Tiger Lily, same thing. Stun comp is still technically around. Lily's also used for cheese comps, but, again, I think we're going to start seeing a little bit of less of that, and more people moving towards using Frost Queen and, Sea Fairy builds for the most part, and utilizing Cotton on their team. Same thing with Lilac, and same thing with Mint. Both of those are going to be used for that speed meta comp. Lilac absolutely is a game changer for the speed meta, but again, like I said, outside of the arena, not going to be the best. And not only that, outside of utilizing, different compositions and having Lilac on your team is probably not going to offer you a whole lot of benefit, to be honest with you. Same thing goes for Mint. Next one up we've got here is that's going to bring us to A tier, and we've got a handful of different cookies here as well. We've got Licorice, Mango, Latte, we've got Moon Rabbit or Fat Rabbit, whatever you want to call them. All of them are very, very good in their own little way. If you don't happen to have a whole lot of AoE damage dealers on your team or available to you, and you've got a Mango, then obviously use a Mango. The attack buff is there to add into a little bit of, play into that. Latte is very good to shut down some additional compositions, and same thing with Licorice. They can be a nice counter to certain team comps. With that being said, Moon Rabbit here can serve as a defense unit and serve as a healer, but it does take a little bit of finessing, and you got to kind of just hone in on that. But in my opinion, I probably wouldn't invest in him. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's kind of the way that I feel about it. We do have a couple of more still on here, but guess what? Snow Sugar Baby is officially making her way up the ladder, or they're up the ladder, non-binary, I think. Anyways, but nevertheless, Snow Sugar officially coming in here on A tier for me, with the brand new pin cushion and with the brand new cotton cookie. I think both of those together can actually put out quite a bit of damage. And like I said, it's kind of a very unique niche, I guess, if you will. But hey, they're absolutely making their way up here on the ladder, and you gotta love it, man. They were down at D, then C, now they're back up at A. So again, very, very cool. And then last but not least, we do have Raspberry. Now, Raspberry is featured still kind of sort of in the game with the 3-tank meta, but it's not really meta anymore, and it's kind of fallen off the wayside, especially since Frost Queen compositions and Sea Fury comps are starting to work their way back up. So again, with that being said, I kind of was trying to figure out where do I put Raspberry, because Raspberry we can see going both ways, but at the same time, I think right now, at this very moment, Raspberry is kind of fallen off the wayside because nobody's really using that 3-tank combo anymore. Next up, we've got here, that's going to be B tier. Again, we've got a handful of cookies here in B tier. We're going to go ahead and place them all out. Obviously, we got Sonic and Tails here as well. And last but not least, guys, oh, Irby has officially dropped down, man. Irby has officially dropped down. Irby for me is going to be dropping down to B tier. I'll explain why, all right? So obviously now we've got Pure Vanilla in the game. We've got Cotton in the game, which is absolutely broken and a game changer, and you should be utilizing Cotton, to be honest with you, over everybody. We've got Parfait there, and then, yeah, I mean, and then now we've got Herb. I mean, somebody's got to be bumped down. You can't always have every one of these healers at the top, and I think Herb is the one who's going to be the furthest down that's going to be bumped when it comes to overall healing being provided. I think the other ones are going to be better choices to pick and choose from, and Herb, for me, going to be placed in B. You guys let me know in the comments if you think that is a mistake. We've got Red Velvet down here. DC, if you don't have another tank outside of Strawberry Crepe or Hollyberry, then DC would be your next best option. Espresso can provide a ton of AoE damage. Same thing with Squid Ink, a ton of AoE damage. Early game, I think Espresso and Squid Ink can definitely carry you. But just know there's better choices, all right? Just know that. I mean, there's a lot better choices. Obviously, running Sorbet, you know, your Black Raisin, running your Raimon comps. I mean, literally, there's a ton of different options. And now the Twizzly Mala, you know, crit combo, very, very good. Vampires, still very good when it comes to single target damage, but you're not really looking for a lot of single target damage dealing in the arena. Again, if you're early on it, you got a Vampire built already for PvE. It's not a bad investment because you can utilize him in the arena. Sonic and Tails, they're ambush cookies. They do a decent amount of damage. Again, you can't no longer get them, but if you do have them, you can still obviously use them if you really wanted to. They're going to be listed at B. And then we've got Herb here. Once again, we kind of already discussed that. Moving right along to C here, we've only got 3 cookies for you guys for C tier. That's going to bring us to Werewolf. We've got the, Milk Cookie, and then we've also got Sparkling. Now, these 3, you probably shouldn't invest in them. If you happen to get them early game and you are struggling and you want to climb up some arena ladders and, tiers and stuff before it officially resets, then naturally you can incorporate them on your team and roll with it and build, a team around them to make sure that, they're doing as much as they possibly can. But outside of that, I just don't think it's going to be worth your investment. And same thing goes for anybody down here at D tier. I mean, these units are fine, early game, but especially when it comes to, mid game, or at least when you start getting up to what I would probably say crystal tiers and above, you're not going to really see these cookies being used in crystal or above. Probably not even crystal. Let's just be honest. But with that being said, guys, that's pretty much going to conclude our brand new PvP tier list for the month of November, ranking Frost Queen and the brand new Cotton Cookie. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude today's video for the PvP list for the month of November, man. As always, guys, you let me know down below in the comments what your thoughts are. Again, keep in mind, these lists are going to be purely subjective, and that means you're not going to agree with everything, and that's okay. You guys test out, you guys use who you want to use, and at the end of the day, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all of you guys for supporting the content. Join the Discord. We've got a link provided down below in the description, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.